What's up, everybody? This is my college basketball breakdown for Thursday, March 12th. It's currently Wednesday, and we have a lot of games still yet to be played, so a lot of the matchups have not been set. But I said, this week's a gauntlet. It's a grind. If I can find a play for every day, I will give it out, and that's what we're going to do. Thursday, 2 plays, earlier matchups. Like I mentioned, a lot of games haven't been played yet. But we're going to look at NC State taking on Virginia for the first play. We just got to the window with NC State. Laid 8.5 with them. Pitt shot an unrealistic percentage from the three-point line in the first half. That's why it was a 1-point game going into halftime. It was unsustainable, and that's why you saw NC State pull away in that second half. Defensively, I guess you would like the Wolfpack to look a little bit better, but offensively, I thought they looked fantastic. I thought the scoring distribution was great. I thought Copeland played really, really well. It was a very efficient day from the floor for pretty much everybody. Lubin was hitting his free throws, the whole 9 yards. Virginia, laying 5.5 points. I understand they just played NC State a week or two ago, and they handled them easily. But if you look at this Virginia team, they've played a lot of teams close this year. And then just recently, they played Virginia Tech to a 4-point win, Wake Forest to a 5-point win, got blown out by Duke, obviously, and then a 3-point win against Miami. So every game's been pretty close other than that NC State game. But now you're on a neutral, and now you've got a Will Wade backed Wolfpack team in a tournament setting, which I think Will Wade can rally the troops as good as anybody in the country. So we're going to take NC State plus 5.5. We're going to go right back to the Wolfpack here. And I think at the very least they're going to be a hard team to put away. They've got the game under their belt. Is there any rust for Virginia? I'm not really a huge believer in that, but if there is, NC State's got the advantage there. I just felt the way Copeland was commanding everything, and he got into foul trouble in that first matchup with Virginia. I don't know that it would necessarily made much of a difference, but I think 5.5 points is too many here. We're going to take the Wolfpack plus 5.5. And then my second and final play for Thursday, and I just want to let everybody know, I understand. I want to preface with, I get what I'm doing here. It's going to be a hold your nose, a very tough game to watch, but Seton Hall taking on Creighton. This is a rubber match. The 2 times that they played earlier in the season, the home team won in a 1-possession game. Now you go to a neutral. Seton Hall's laying 2.5. Seton Hall is abysmal on offense, but they are fantastic defensively. They play extremely hard. They're 13th in the nation in adjusted defensive efficiency. They crash the offensive glass with as good as anyone in the country. And if you know me, if you've listened to me in the past, you know those are checking a lot of the boxes that I like. I think Kelvin Sampson's the best coach in the country. He typically has his team crashing the offensive glass and playing the best defense in the country. I think it's a sign that Shaheen Holloway is a good coach if you can get your players to buy into that level. If they could will a couple threes in here, they could beat anybody. The defense is that good. They just can't shoot at all. But you've seen them hang in there with the likes of UConn and St. John's and the upper-tier teams in the Big East. Now you've got Creighton on a neutral, who is a more balanced team between the offense and defense. But I just don't think that this – I think McDermott's a fine coach. I just don't think that this Creighton team is that good. I think Shaheen Holloway can rally the troops here, and you can rely on that defense on a neutral site. So we're going to take Seton Hall minus 2.5, and this might be one that I literally pull my hair out of my head, but we're going to do it. So 2 plays for Thursday, NC State plus 5.5, Seton Hall minus 2.5. We'll be back. If I can find something that I like for Friday, I'll be back in studio to give it out. Conference championships are right around the corner. All the best teams that had the byes are about to be in play, so we've got some quality games ahead, and then Selection Sunday's nearly here. So 2 plays for Thursday. Good luck.